Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have a massive beast in front of your eyes. And as soon as you start watching this, I want you to say a prayer for part 2 because this is going to be my biggest geode I've ever made. So what it is I went and got a piece of wood at Home Depot. It was, I believe, maybe birch wood. And I went to Walmart, got a jigsaw for 20 bucks. Got my husband off the couch. I drew a shape, made him cut it out. I prepped it. I prepped this board so many times. Underneath this white, there are 3 layers of polyurethane. The back has 2 layers of white house paint with sealer and primer in it on top of the polyurethane. And the front has 1 layer of house paint and polyurethane. So, well, 3 layers of polyurethane, 1 layer of house paint. So if I get air bubbles, I don't know what to do because I cannot prep it anymore. So basically, I'm going for a blue, a turquoise blue, and gold, white, maybe a few other colors in between. We'll see, but the primary colors are going to be blue, gold, and white. So I just wanted to show you really quick what I'll be using. Probably most of it I will be using. I pulled out a couple of other things just in case I wanted. So I have some iridescent glitter from Brambleberry, which is a soap making company. I have from Recollections some chunky teal and some fine frost. Very, very pretty colors. This little bowl, mixture bowl here is some diamond dust, which I got at Michael's, some of that iridescent glitter I just showed you, and some of this shaved ice. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause you for a second because my husband pulled in the driveway with his hot rod and I knew it was going to get loud, and then he took off again. So anyway, so that's my mixture. Here I just make like a little concoction in a bowl and use it where I need it. So I have some pretty blue crushed glass that I made using my alcohol ink. I have a video on that if you don't know how to do that. And then I have some from Creatology, some pretty teal glitter. One is a fine and one is a really chunky. Teal, aqua, I don't know what color that is. Recollections again, some shredded paper glitter that I may use, the darker blue. And then I have some gold glitters from Nurture Soap, another soap company, some glass glitter from Recollections, and for the colors, I am going to primarily use Resin Blue Diamond, Resin Peacock Green, Resin, this one doesn't have a label, Molten Gold, Resin Angel White Paste, and then I want to do a different color gold. I'm going to use Venetian Gold by Deco Art. And then I have the Torganol, the glitter colors samples I have out. I may use those, not sure. And then over here, I have some sea glass that I crushed up. So, we're ready to go. I'm going to mix up my resin and I will be right back. Okay, so my plan of execution here, I have 5 cups, mini cups of clear. that I'm going to color one at a time as I use it, because I do not want to mix up too much of one color and then not have enough. Another thing that I've noticed from doing a couple of geodes now is you do not want to mix up a whole bunch of resin at once, because you waste a lot. So what I've been doing is I mixed up 6 ounces for this, and I am going to work with that much first and then move on. So I'm trying to figure out here, I want to use my stones first. So I think what I'm going to do is mix up some of the glitter and put the stones on top of it. So if I can find my glitter here, we'd be good to go. Here we go. All right, so first I'm going to use a dark blue, it's called blue, from Torganol. And this is just for that, the area where the stones are going to go on top. But then I'm looking at the stones and it's not really the same color, so maybe I'll do the Peacock green first. Let's try that. I'm just trying to match the stones that I made up with the best color there is, so. Blue Diamond's the winner. Sorry about that. These things, though, they take time. You could plan them out a little bit, but not all the way. You'll end up changing your mind 20 million times before this is done. So now I really don't care if this is a little transparent because the stones are going over the top of it. And you will also notice that I have dammed my piece of wood. Once I am done for today, I will probably leave it on. I'm not sure. I may peel it off and let it drip over the sides. I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with the sides. If I want to paint them or if I want to just let the colors flow over the edge. So I'm going to, oh, another thing with the tape, you really want to make sure it's nice and snug. Just run a popsicle stick along it. Put a good amount of pressure down. And you may see like little pieces sticking up here and there that aren't taped down to the board. That's because I make little pull tabs. So at the end of the day, when you're ready to take the tape off, you have a little pull tab. Like right here, there's one that I could just rip it. I don't have to sit there and dig with my nail. So here we go. Just going to bend the cup a little bit. I'm going to try to keep it in this area. My ultimate desire at the end of this is to attach some crystals in this area also, just to make it really, really pretty. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that with some type of glue, I would imagine. Right, so I'm just going around here according to the width that I want of crystals in this area, or stones, I should say. stop there for now. Then, because I know I'm going to want, actually, I'll leave it. So I'm going to wait for a little bit before I put my stones on that. I'm going to let it set up a little bit. Next color I want to do is going to be the Peacock Green. Now these colors I really want to be opaque. I don't want you to be able to see the board through it. So I'll start there, see if that is good enough. And for the first layer, you may want to like skip a little bit and then pour. This way they don't blend right together. Unless you want them to blend, then that's fine. Just gonna check the color. Could use a little tiny bit more. That'll definitely be enough. I was also told that you can mix these with a little bit of acrylic paint to get a really deep color. When using acrylic though, you want to be mindful of how much you use so it doesn't get really thick really quick on you. That'll be good. All right, so for this one, I'm going to skip a little bit and go over here. This way it has room to spread out. This is a beautiful color. All the Lorez colors are beautiful. But this one, any color, any type of blue or purple, I love. Absolutely love. I'm just going to make it a little bit wider. Finish this little cup off. So now that I have that jigsaw, I'm going to be attempting all kinds of crazy shapes. And it's so nice because, you know, you can go to Home Depot and get a piece of wood and cut it any shape you want. You can go to Home Depot, if you want really cheap surfaces to pour on, you could go to Home Depot and you can get a piece of MDF, or there's tons of different types of wood there. You can go there, get it, and then they'll cut it for you, whatever size. I do that a lot. And it ends up being probably like a big sheet of MDF, I think is $12. And you could get probably, I think maybe 4. It's either 4 or 6 12 by 12s. So, you know, say it's 6, you divide that 12 divided by 6 is $2 a piece versus going to Hobby Lobby and paying $9 for one. Yes, you have to prep it. It's a pain, but it saves a lot of money that way. All right, so we're done with that one. Next color I'm going to be spreading out will be gold. I'm just skipping sections. until it really starts to get a little bit thicker. Like in here, there's definitely going to be gold, but not at this minute. This is a beautiful gold. And I'll definitely have to mix up more of this. I'm just going to add a little clear into the cup. And it's very, you know, when you make geodes or you make anything with resin, unless you're using art resin, you're always panicking about your time and if, you know, it's going to start getting thick or hot on you. So if you do little amounts like this, then you don't feel so bad if it seizes up on you. I have to apologize. My husband's pulling in, so don't mind the sound of the engine. And this gold, I didn't even have to add more color in it. It just like works so good. Okay. I think that should be good for that section. Okay. Blue and gold together are my two, that's my favorite combination. Absolutely love it. All right, so now next we got to get some white in there, right? Let's get that white going. And I want the white to butt up right next to the gold. So I'm going to pour it right next to it. I do not mind at all if those two go into each other. I kind of want that to happen. And I can tell by this cup, my resin is already starting to get hot. So, and I'm almost out of resin, so it's perfect. 6 ounces, that was perfect. Okay, here we go. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour some more in there this way I'll have enough. If I want to go in a different section. Okay, that's good. So here we go. Pour it kind of close. And then let it work its way over there. Okay. And I have this King's, was that King's Gold? Venetian Gold. Gonna mix up just a tiny bit of that one to pour right in here when it's time. It's a pretty metallic color. It's just a deeper color. And with this one, I put a little tiny bit of that in there, and then I have this icicle mica from when I was making soap. So off to the side, because this stuff flies everywhere, I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of it to give it a little shimmer. It is really, really pretty, but it flies everywhere. And it really, really made that gold. It went from a darker gold to very, very shimmery. Let me show you this. It's very shimmery. So I'm going to try to pour it right in that little area, even though I probably don't have enough of it now. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to decide, guys. You know what I'm going to do right here, up against this gold and the white. Right in between I'm going to go. See what happens. Oh, do I want to do that? We'll go here. I was going to put it in after the first color here, but realized I don't have enough to fill in that entire area. So I'll put a nice thin line of it down here. Just like that. And then, yeah, I like that color. I'll put a little tiny bit up against this blue here, instead of filling the whole area. Right now, this color, it's coming out perfect. This is how you want it to come out. Like, it's at the perfect stage right now. It's not really hot, but it's just starting to warm up. So I'm going to take my torch and just go over these areas quick before I move on. Be careful of the tape, it is flammable. Oh, that peacock green is gorgeous. Can't wait to take you guys for a close-up here. All right. So I'm just going to take my stick here. I have a little white left, and I just want to fill in these little areas. Try not to blend them too much. Okay, so that. Okay. And then I'm going to take whatever little bit, the little white I have left, and just go in here, right here. Right up against the peacock green. A little bit more in there. And then I'm just going to take my stick and gently lay it in there where I need it to cover. Okay, that should be good. A little more of the blue diamond left, so we're going to use that up. And for that one, I will put it right over here on the end. And just so you know, guys, I'm going to film these one after the other. Well, I'm going to post them one after another when it's totally complete. I'm not going to post it one at a time. So this way you could just click to the next video. And you won't have to wait a couple of days to see the next one. Okay.